welcome back to my channel. So today we have our very first nail video, hopefully. I did film one before this one, which was actually removing my nails, and I wanted to make some adjustments, so I don't know if you guys will be seeing that video, but I quickly did want to say, if you see anything off here, trust me, I noticed it, and I will be working on it. If you did miss my video where I talk about starting to include nail videos randomly here and there, please do go and watch that. I feel like it's important, and I just don't want anybody to think that I'm a professional or that I'm here to like be your teacher necessarily or anything like that. If you are new around here, I normally don't have this long of an intro, and usually I do a makeup video. But since I started YouTube, I've had requests to do nail videos because I do my own nails. Anyway, you guys, please be patient with me. I'm super nervous, and of course I'm having like an allergy attack right when I film. It happens all the time. Please excuse that. But if you're new around here, welcome. My name is Jackie. I'm so glad that you're here. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video, or as often as you like to be reminded about my videos. My videos are here for whenever you guys want to come back and watch them. And let's get into it. Okay guys, so for starters, I feel very nervous that this phone is like right here. Like it's literally right by my face. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and mix my acrylic, and that's mainly because I like to have the least things possible on my desk when I'm actually doing my nails. Dust, things, it happens. But to mix my glitters and my acrylics, to start off with, this is what I'm going to be using. The acrylic shade that I will be using today is this Glam and Glitz color acrylic in the shade Jazmin. And I'm just going to be mixing it in this little tiny container. I usually try to mix only small amounts, and that's mainly because storing things, it multiplies. So I have my little spatula here, and I'm just gonna start mixing my glitter. This glitter was actually already mixed from, I think it was an Easter set or two that I did, and I just have like a bunch left over, and I love this shade, so I'll probably mix more. But I'm gonna actually mix acrylic into this, and I'm very careful. Again, if you haven't watched that other video, please go back and watch it. But I don't use my glitters for the eyes and then kind of like come back and also use them for my nails. So this was disinfected and everything like that, so that's why I feel comfortable digging it in here, because some of these are cosmetic grade for the eyes, some of them aren't, and I still use them. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of that because that is pretty dark. You can always add, but you can't really take it out. So I'm gonna mix up the glitter, see how it's looking, see how I like it, and then I'll actually go in with the acrylic. Now I'm gonna take my Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and I'm just gonna shake off any of that glitter, and then in the end I'll pour all that in there, don't worry. Honestly, this is all a guesstimation, but I want it to be super glittery. So really, I just need a little acrylic to help it stick a little easier. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I put that all to the side, and now normally I would come in here and give myself a little manicure, but since I took off my nails yesterday, I did give myself a little manicure yesterday. So really, we're just gonna go in and kind of get some of that shine off the nails. So I don't need to cut, I don't need to do anything. In another video, I can possibly show you how I do all that, or if you guys get to see that video, you guys will see it there. But my nails are pretty much good to go. I'm just gonna remove the shine. If I was doing other people's nails, this would go a little different, but I just do my own nails. Again, go back and watch that video. So you're gonna hear a little noise. I'm not gonna turn this on just yet because I don't want it to be super loud. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around my nail just a little bit, and I'm gonna come down and then this way. And that's it. We're just looking to remove a little bit of the shine. Really, I'm gonna go back in here again after I put my tips on, but I kind of just want to get this part a little prepped because I want the glue to stick a little bit better. So I just go around. Again, I'm just removing a little bit of that shine. Mainly focus on the tip. It's just a light feather. Don't think that I'm pressing down or anything like that. And this is just a fine sanding bit. So now, as you can see, the nails have like a little bit of roughness, but not too much. We're gonna try not to touch the actual nail too much. So for today, my tips that I'm gonna use are these ones. These are the Zale, I think is how you say your name. These are the Coffin tips, so we can save some time on shaping. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these on my thumbs. And there's always one that I glue crooked. It always happens, you guys. I just go in, and what I want is I want to make sure that the nail goes from side to side. So that one's too small. It's always better to go bigger. So from side to side, as you can see here, it's a little bit longer on the edge. So an easy fix is just to file the sides a little bit, and you just kind of want to alternate because you don't want to misshape the actual tip. Just a little. This file is a 8080 and it's from Maravilla nails. I get a lot of stuff from her. I absolutely love her. She's so nice. So that's about right. And today I'm going to use this Mia Secret Strong Jet Clear Nail Glue. This nail glue works really well for myself. So I'm just going to take the glue, put it on the tip. Sorry guys, I'm used to working with this like super close to my face. And I just apply the tip just like that. Okay, so once it's dry a little bit, that is it. That is my first nail. And as you can see here, it's sticking up just like, it's not sticking up. The corner is just a little high. We can go in there with the file later on and kind of file it a little bit. But then we just keep going. Just repetitive, making sure that it's from side to side. Always better to go with a bigger tip than a smaller tip. And what I do is sometimes I file and it looks like it's gonna fit, but after I glue it, I feel like it's a little long. I just go in there and make sure that I file it down before applying any acrylic. You just want to make sure that you're being careful and you're doing it evenly. Also, I want to add that I do measure every finger. Even if I've used the tips before, I feel like sometimes your nail shape can change if you've been using nails for a while or anything like that. you just want to make sure that they're gonna fit the same. It's better to be safe than sorry, because if the nail's not fitted right, the nails could pop off. Y'all, I'm telling you, there's always one. It always happens to me. So once I have those on, I just move on to the next hand. So I'm just gonna keep repeating the same process, measuring from side to side, and if it's too big, filing a little bit. Okay, so normally I would go in and trim my nails if I needed to, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna use the file because I don't think I want them that short. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my dust collector. So it's gonna get a little loud, but basically I'm just going in and kind of squaring up a little bit my tip, because as you can see, it's kind of round. So I'm just gonna do that. This is my awkward hand, so it's not the prettiest. I mean, I feel like the whole process honestly is not cute. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my e-file, and I still have this fine sanding bit. I have it on the lowest speed possible, and now I'm just gonna kind of file down these edges a little bit. I don't know if you can see, sometimes they kind of stick out just a little, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend the smile line a little bit. Again, I'm not putting too much pressure, and then I just want to make sure that the shine is completely off the nail. So once I have that all done, I go in same low speed and just double check my cuticle. Again, normally I would be cutting it, trimming my cuticles, making sure there's no super dry skin, but I just did it last night, so I know I don't really need it that much, but we're just gonna go over it just in case. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dogs, they are chewing on their bones. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna prep the nail. I use this Secret Dehydrator, and I use the protein bond from Young Nails. That is what I use to prep my nails. Basically, the dehydrator just goes in and it makes sure that there's no oils on your nails, because if there is, the acrylic can lift. And I actually go in with the, wow, I've never spilled it in my life. I actually go in with the dehydrator once. I do it with one hand at a time when I feel like I'm gonna take too long to get to this hand. So I just set it off to the side, and then I go in with my protein bond, and you just basically want to get it all over the natural nail. And try not to get it on the skin. I'm almost out of this. I have 2 new bottles, but I actually am excited that I'm finishing a product. And this is basically just to help the acrylic adhere. So I let this dry for a little bit, and then I go in with another layer of the protein bond. And the second time it's just kind of like a quicker pass, and just basically to ensure that I did get everything. Okay guys, I'm so sorry. I just realized I think my camera was turned sideways. I apologize. But I use this size 10 Fana brush. I get mine on Amazon, but you can get them on their website and other nail shops as well. Today I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Young Nails monomer, and I'm gonna use this bigger one today, just honestly so I don't have to keep refilling my small one. Okay guys, so now that I have that ready, I again very clearly want to say I am not a professional. I do whatever gets me my nails actually done. So I just come in here, make sure my brush is nice and wet, and then I come in, clean off the tip, then I come in here, grab a bead, I give it just a couple seconds, and then I go ahead and apply it. I like to mainly apply it here in kind of the center, and the reason that I just do a thin layer is really just to have something that protects my nail when I come in here and redo my nails. Okay guys, sorry, I really just wanted to see how this color was gonna work. I've never used it before, so I was just kind of trying to see how that would go. But I'm just gonna go in here, put in my clear bead, push it down. Again, we just want like a nice little thin layer of the clear. And I'm just going in, cleaning up my cuticle, and again brushing the clear down a little bit. And I feel like I'm gonna need just a tiny little bit here, just like that. So this nail is going to be, I don't know, I think we'll go all glitter. Sorry that I'm so like, I feel like my voice is so low. I just kind of zen when I'm doing nails, honestly. So I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna start grabbing my glitter. With the glitter, I definitely work with it a little bit differently. I try to go in here and position some of the big pieces first, and then go in and kind of like tap over, kind of layer things. I definitely think that chunky glitter acrylic is way different to work with than just like a colored acrylic, and I feel like people don't really tell you that. You just kind of learn it as you're going. Oh, I love this glitter, you guys. So at this point I'm just working in little bits, because really I just want to make sure I'm getting glitter everywhere so it looks completely full. Okay you guys, so I got that all done and on there. That looks so pretty. So now all I want to do is cap this, and by capping it I mean I'm just gonna come in here and apply clear over it. Make sure that everything's covered, nice and sealed, cleaning the cuticle, and then this is gonna give that nice flat look so it's not all bumpy. And working with smaller bits honestly is better for me, because I don't have to come in here and file too much at the end. So that's kind of why I don't really do like a one ball method, or I don't know, there's all these methods and using only a certain ball number. Also, this is just what works for me. And basically by making sure I have a good structure, all I'm doing is making sure that it kind of curves a little bit, because this is pretty much the weakest part of the nail. Okay, so moving on to the next nail. So again, I'm gonna put the clear bead, and I just want to apply it here. And start working that down, cleaning the cuticle and the sides. I like to go in here and make sure that I'm getting the clear all over the nail, and again, that just makes it easier for me. So now that that's dry a little bit, I can come in here, grab some more glitter, and this time I'm going to put the glitter here at the edge. Honestly, I probably could have put it up a little bit more, but it's fine. And I'm gonna ombre this, but first I want to make sure that it's nicely glittered here, and then brush it up. So now that I have that on, I'm going to take the colored acrylic, and again, I'm just going to work with a small bead at a time, and I'm going to apply it here, and then I'm just going to ombre it down. So now that I have that ombre, I'm actually gonna go in with clear, and basically I want to cap the whole situation because I always do put clear over my colored acrylic. Okay, you guys, sorry. We're dealing with some family things and my husband was on the phone, so I had to go ahead and do those two fingers. Ooh, sorry, I just shook the camera. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this hand the exact same way, and then we will come back and we will file and get these a little bit better shaped. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, sorry, we were having to deal with some stuff, but I went ahead and I already filed this side, so I'm going to show you what I did. So basically, I just take a 80/80 file. Sometimes I'll take a 180 file. It just depends, honestly, on how much I need to file the sides of the nail. But I basically go on the sides at a 90-degree angle, and I just kind of do a little bit on both sides. Sorry, my head is a little bit on using my left hand here, brain still. So I just kind of go in here, make sure I'm going from the sides, pushing so it's filing the whole nail. And that's basically it, because the tip already is the shape. And then if I feel like I need to, I do file a little bit with the hand file, but I also go in with my e-file, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm just gonna keep going here, filing my sides, and then we'll go in with the e-file in just a second. So now I take my e-file and I just have this ceramic drill bit, and it's just a fine drill bit, and I have it at about a medium speed, and I'm just gonna go in here, give it a little pressure, and start cleaning around the cuticle area. You're basically, like makeup, contouring the nail. You just want to try to get the area around the cuticle as thin as possible, because you want to make sure that nothing is going to lift. So once I have that nice and shaped, I go in with my buffer, and I really do try to go in here and buff the full nail and make sure everything is smooth. And then I flip my file over, and this is a 100/180 buffer sponge, and it's from Mia's Secret. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wash my hands, and then I'll be back so we could bling a little bit. Okay guys, so now I just take my alcohol and a little lint-free towel, and I like to go through and just kind of wipe off my nails with the alcohol. So to adhere my rhinestones, I use this Mia's Secret Crystal UV LED gel. And I also have a wax pen to help me get those rhinestones. So we're just gonna get in here, and I use a dotting tool to apply the gel, and then I use the wax pen to actually get the rhinestones. So I think I'm gonna start off going around here. And then I'm gonna grab some of these. So just like that, the pinkies done. I'm just gonna make sure everything's centered. And then that's not dry. I can move it around if I want to. I can remove it if I want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more gel. I think I'm gonna add a bigger stone right here, and then drag this up the sides. I think we're gonna go in with like a teardrop shape. These ones right here. And I'm just gonna grab one. Set it on here. Ooh, I feel like that's kind of big for me. I never go this big, but I think we're just gonna flow with it. Okay guys, so I got cut off and I'm not sure where, but I just baked it, cleaned it with a little alcohol on the sides to make sure there wasn't any gel or anything like that on them to prevent lifting. So I'm gonna go in with this Mia Secret finishing gel, and I'm just gonna pop it on, and then I'm also gonna bake it for about a minute. Sorry you guys, these angles have me feeling weird. And then once I apply that, I go around the cuticle, make sure there's no gel anywhere that can cause lifting. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bake it in my light for about 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this hand, and I'll be back to show you guys the final little nail look here. Okay you guys, so once I have that oil on, that is it. These are what my nails look like. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being patient with me. I promise eventually I will get this down over here in the nail section. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a picture at the end, but you can also check out my Instagram. I post my nails there as well. And yeah, thank you so much for being patient with me and for being here today. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Adios.